Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 weekend getaways in the US.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at US cities and towns that are tailor-made for a 2 or 3 day stay. Number 10. STOWE, Vermont. Some people take a weekend trip in search of excitement. Others want to clear their heads. STOWE, Vermont accommodates both types of visitors. This quaint town has been described as the ski capital of the East. For a skiing, snowboarding or sledding trip, February is the ideal month to visit. This isn't just because the snow is at just the right level, but after the stress of the holidays, you deserve a real break. If you're not into winter sports, STOWE will still appease those looking to snuggle up in bed and watch the snowfall. Outside of winter, summer and spring are best for exploring the peaceful trails, but fall intensifies with the beauty as the foliage consumes the local apple orchards. Outside of winter, summer and spring are best for exploring the peaceful trails, but fall intensifies with the beauty as the foliage consumes the local apple orchards. Number 9. Nashville, Tennessee. When people think of weekend trips, small towns often come to mind. However, it is just as satisfying visiting a capital city. Unlike New York, where you need a week to see most of the essentials, you can absorb a great chunk of Nashville in a couple of days. The Music City will still leave you wanting more though, meaning you'll likely come back for another weekend in the foreseeable future. While you could meticulously map out a schedule, Nashville is best experienced going in blind. Pop into any restaurant playing live music and just see where the night takes you. Nashville is like a playlist on shuffle. You don't know what waits around the corner, but whatever it is, you'll be singing along. Number 8. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is a big city, but not to the point where you'll feel overwhelmed. Despite its size and population, Boston's tight-knit community gives it the appeal of a timeless town. You may be surprised by how much you'll accomplish over a weekend. To get a sip of the city's history, start the day at the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. For more historical sites, visit the Old State House. Head either north to Boston's Little Italy or down south to Chinatown for a good meal. If you're planning on catching a game at Fenway Park, save some room for a few Fenway Franks. And there's still plenty to see the next day, including Boston Common, the New England Aquarium, and Cheers Beacon Hill. Number 7. Chicago, Illinois. Boston is ironically windier, but Chicago is still called the Windy City. The nickname isn't inaccurate, as a weekend trip to Chicago is like a gust of wind. It breezes right past you, leaves you feeling refreshed, and the next thing you know, it's over. Ferris Bueller said it best: life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Considering how much Ferris accomplished with one day off, imagine what you could do with 2 or 3. You might not sing in a parade or cruise around in a Ferrari, but catching a game at Wrigley Field, seeking inspiration at the Art Institute of Chicago, and observing sights from the Willis Tower are all options. Number 6. Santa Fe, New Mexico. For those in search of a relaxing weekend, sunny Santa Fe is for you. From the moment you step outside, the sun hits like a beam of serenity. Although Santa Fe is the capital of New Mexico, it feels more like a charming village untouched by time. Time certainly flies by in Santa Fe though, which you'll notice as you keep track of the sun throughout the day. As majestic as the city looks basking in the sunlight, the architecture is equally enticing lit up at night. Walking around, observing landmarks like the Santa Fe Plaza, you'll be in awe of the grandiose aesthetic. At the same time, Santa Fe gives you an appreciation for the little things in life, sending you home with renewed optimism. Number 5. Austin, Texas. We've all heard unflattering generalizations about Texas, but you'll see the Lone Star State in a different light after a weekend in Austin. You might know that Austin is the Texas capital, but we bet you weren't aware that it was the live music capital of the world. From the Austin City Limits Music Festival to the Urban Music Festival, you can spend 2 days listening to a diverse range of music and chowing down on Austin Eats. Austin isn't just for music lovers though, but cinephiles as well. After a weekend at SXSW Film Conference, your Letterboxd account will have grown exponentially with several new titles working their way up the list. Few weekend getaways leave you with a greater sense of accomplishment than Austin. Number 4. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is Georgia's oldest city. How old is that exactly? Well, older than Girl Scouts of the USA, as the organization's founder was born there. Savannah maintains its old-fashioned allure through historic district landmarks like the Lucas Theatre and the Old Pink House. Horse-drawn carriages, rustic ferries, and old oak trees only add to the city's overarching sense of nostalgia. If the modern world has become overbearing, Savannah allows you to venture back to a simpler time. The main points of interest are fairly close together, meaning you can experience much of Savannah on foot in a couple of days. Along the way, you're sure to cross paths with warm people who encompass the phrase Southern hospitality. And where there's Southern hospitality, there's Southern cooking. Number 3. Las Vegas, Nevada. A weekend is just the right amount of time to spend in Vegas. Don't get us wrong, we love ourselves a Vegas getaway, but a little of Sin City goes a long way. 2 or 3 days is all you need to blow off steam, and Vegas was built precisely for that. Some visitors get their kicks watching a show, riding a roller coaster, or seeing where the strip takes them. Others indulge their vices at the bar, roulette table, or behind a door with the "Do Not Disturb" sign hanging outside. In any case, you're not going to get much sleep in Vegas because the party's only getting started once the sun goes down. You really can make the most of your vacation time in Vegas. Number 2. New Orleans, Louisiana. Like Vegas, a weekend in New Orleans is more than enough to satisfy your inner party animal. New Orleans has gained a few nicknames, including the City That Care Forgot, and the City of Yes. It's a city where anyone can cut loose and simply have a good time, and there isn't a better time to be had than at Mardi Gras. Even if you miss that annual event though, there's always a party to be found in New Orleans, be it aboard a ferry, at a jazz club, or on Bourbon Street. If you're in the mood for a quieter getaway, New Orleans delivers with venues like the Museum of Art, Jackson Square, and City Park. Culture, atmosphere, and fun, New Orleans has it all. Number 1. Portland, Oregon. Whether you're on the prowl for thrills or tranquility, weekend getaways are all about letting go of your troubles. In Portland, Oregon, your worries will wash away as you seek out a personal adventure. You might find what you're looking for exploring the vast wilderness from the Lone Maclay Park Trail to the heights of the Tualatin Mountains. You can get a good meal to go with your workout as you hop from food truck to food truck. Given the city's progressive reputation, you're bound to be welcomed with open arms. Although you're only staying for the weekend, it can feel like leaving home all over again when the trip is over. At least you're sure to depart with a souvenir to remember this magical getaway.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.